Good morning, everyone. How you guys all doing? Oh, rare for me to be working on a Saturday. But here we are. And welcome in. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the chat. We are on our way to Manitowoc, Wisconsin, to where the job is going to be.
ActAvM 4015 says, "Morning, Eric."
Morning. So, yep. So we got the trailer with just the skidster on there today, and we're gonna run up to this job site, unload that, and bang this job out of here. I gotta make a phone call and see if my buddy has his shop open today. If he does, I'm gonna run over there because we've got the new laptop mount. It's in the truck. So then the poor laptop doesn't have to sit on the floor. So we're going to see if we can get that installed today. I couldn't remember if he said Saturday or Sunday. So I'll have to touch base with him and double check. We'll have to go from there. Wakey, wakey, early birds. I see you guys starting to come in. Slowly but surely, people keep trickling through the door. Let's roll.
Let's go.
That voice sounds so enthused. Let's go. Let's go. That was the only copy I could find that said it that wasn't copyright protected. So he doesn't sound very excited when I push him.
At Nightwood says, "Hit the like, subscribe, hit that bell, share and donate to the channel if you're enjoying the content. Thank you."
Wow, that Nightbot really kicked in early. Usually it's supposed to wait like 45 minutes. It was like on it. Yeah, don't forget to hit that like, share, subscribe. Tell all your friends. Ooh, they got us on the new asphalt. Let's see how nice it is. Bumps. Why is there bumps on brand new asphalt? Bumps. Explain that to me. Why is there bumps on brand new asphalt? I don't know. It don't feel that great. It ain't horrible, but I can still feel it. Oh boy. Bouncy, bouncy. We actually have some people watching on Rumble. That's pretty shocking. Well, welcome in viewers from Rumble. So we are headed up to Manitowoc, Wisconsin from Sheboygan. It's about a 30-minute drive. We've got to do some cleanup at one of the jobs. I don't know if it was from us or if it was just stuff that was just there that they wanted us to get rid of and we didn't at the time. I'm not 100% sure. But we are going to go up there, and the gentleman that drives the skidster is going to grab the skidster off the trailer and load me up, and we are going to go and dump it. So, fun. Only bad thing is we're going to be going through the cell phone Bermuda Triangle of Death. Really pushing this system to its limits to see how strong the signal is going to stay up. So, once we're loaded and we're going to the dump, expect possible little glitches in the stream, but for the most part, this setup has been pretty reliable, so I would not overly expect us to have too many problems with the actual stream. So, yeah. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Forgot to put AT&T on the job. Ugh. All these devices I have to turn on. It's crazy. People think I'm nuts having the setup I have. It's too complicated, too many moving parts. I'm sorry. It's what I need. And it lets me do cool stuff, so it is what it is. Multiple camera angles, noisemakers, all that fun stuff. Disconnect protection. My stream stays up when other people's streams fail. Manitowoc, Wisconsin. We're gonna go and clean up that property. I said it a little bit earlier, but you weren't here. I don't know if it's something we left behind or something that the owners wanted us to also clean, and there was a miscommunication.
Eric was on what's the mission today, sir?
We're gonna clean up one of our jobs. Like I was saying, I don't know if it's something that we left behind or something that the owner wanted us to clean up that happened to be there, but either case, there's just some pile of like gravel and stuff. We're gonna truck it away for them. So we got the trailer, we got the skidster. We're headed up to Manitowoc, and we're gonna unload it. The operator's gonna load me up with some of this shit, and I'm gonna dump it off. So, nothing too crazy of a day. Shouldn't be overly a long day. I did get the laptop mount in, and it is in the truck. It is not mounted, but the hardware is in the truck. I'm going to call my friend who has a really nice shop that I can put the dump truck in, and we're going to talk about, I'll see if I can live stream from his shop. I don't know. So who knows? Maybe you guys will get to see us install the laptop mount. I don't know. We'll see.
At Frankie Flojo says, Eric, what did you think of the sound I sent you at?
I really wasn't sure what it was, but it sounded like it was a copy of a sound effect. And that's where I kind of get into copyrights. I was looking for sound effects like in your voice, you know. So that way, you know, it's original production. Even if it's saying the same words, it's not a copyrighted clip, I guess. But I wasn't really sure what it was. I listened to it. I was like, it didn't make a lot of sense to me, unfortunately. I'm not 100% sure how I would pull that out of Messenger that way. We are on Highway 43, headed north from Sheboygan to Manitowoc. That's where we're on.
Frankie Flojo says, "I love this truck and this stream so much, Eric."
Well, thank you very much. I gotta do an audio clip of that. Thank you very much. And I appreciate you bringing that other gentleman in, or that other person. I don't know if it was a gentleman or a ma'am or whatever. Never got that distinction before I went off air. I saw him come in and start talking in the chat, but I was already offline. You were asking me to...
JHHI6E7 says, "Oh, nice."
Yep. But I had already shut down the stream, so I couldn't fire it right back up. People on YouTube, 3 people on Rumble. Hello, 2 other lurkers, because I count as one.
Frankie Flojo says, "Rick, what made you add sounds?"
I just thought it'd be cool. I guess that's why I made them. I haven't added any. Last night I just kind of had some phone calls, talked to Fry for a little while, and went to bed. I'll probably add some later tonight or tomorrow. Like I said, it's unfortunately it's pretty complicated trying to find copies of audio clips I can get away with on my stream without getting penalized for using them. So I can't just go to a soundboard and download a file and add it to my device, because otherwise when I play it I get copyright. Like this one. That's the Vince Price laugh. And originally I played the one that was from the Michael Jackson video, Thriller. And it got, I got penalized for it. But I found a copy.
Frankie Flojo says, well, it is cool and I love them.
Yep. I found a copy of his laugh from, he was on The Tonight Show with Joan Rivers hosting. And he did it on live there, and I was able to strip a copy of it from from that video, and that video YouTube doesn't seem to care about. So that's how I got the Vince Price laugh. So it takes a lot of figuring out what song clips I want, and then figuring out how to get copies that aren't going to get me in trouble. Similarly, the James Bond theme. If I were to use that one from the soundtrack, I'd get a penalty. But this is a recreation of it by somebody on a computer using a MIDI synthesizer. So YouTube doesn't care about it. So, yep, gotta be creative. Alright, we are coming up to our exit in probably about a mile.
At Frankie Flojo says, I saw you had a 0071, can you play it?
I just did, but I will play it again. Hopefully they're working.
Flojo says, that is so dope.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh. We are going to be on time. Sweet.
At Frankie Flojo says, I apologize if I talk too much.
No, you're fine. You know, I like chat interaction. Ah, there's my coworker. So we are literally going to show up at the job at the same time because he just came up to the light as I was making the turn. So let's go. Come on, come on.
That Sweets thing says, that's good. You get there first with the trailer. He won't be in the way. Great timing.
Yeah. Well, luckily it's just him and me, so it wouldn't have been as big of a deal. Plus, I got keys to that truck. I could have just moved it. I gotta make it like, this is getting out of here.
At Frankie Flojo says, Didick, I got my name cause of MR Joey whispers.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Peppermint says, morning handsome.
Good morning. Welcome to the channel, welcome to the chat. How you doing today, beautiful? You find that load to Wisconsin yet?
At Timbeers 999 says, good morning, brother.
Hey, good morning. Welcome to the channel, welcome to the chat. How you been? Long time no see. Being that it's a weekend and people aren't at work, I'm actually kind of expecting to see some of the old crews pop in. It'll be nice to kind of catch up with some people that probably haven't realized I've been streaming for about a month and a half again. So it'll be exciting. Might get some of the people that used to watch the streams back in the day.
At Frankie Flojo says, God, every time I hear your name at Clara Bailey, I hear the word peppermint LOL.
That is because in TTS, her name is converted to Peppermint. So that's why. I can change anybody's name in TTS.
Peppermint says, I don't know yet, phone woke me up.
Gotcha, gotcha. Alright, this will probably work. Alright, I gotta step out for a minute. You guys entertain yourselves. Behave. Behave.
At Timbeers 999 says, yes, it's been 4 years ago since Maryland.
Yep. I'm expecting more of my old crew to show up today, being that it's not a work day, except for me. I've got to go unhook this trailer and unhook the skidster. I guess, let me see. I can fire up the backup camera real quick so you guys can see what's going on. Give me a second. We'll do that real quick. And we will be back there.
At Frankie Flojo says, can you make mine teeth blade?
I can make it anything I want. Give me a minute, or let me do it when I get back in the truck while he's loading me. and we'll make that happen. How's that sound? All right, there you go. Oh no, we're not preparing the live stream. There we go. Now we're live streaming. There we go. All right, I'll be back. You guys don't need a front camera for this. All right, be back.
Peppermint says, okay, I got to get coffee.
Coffee!
At Frankie Flo Joe says, at Clara Bailey my name gonna be Death Blade from now on. Peppermint says, this is one of my CB channels. I'm a ODR driver. At Frankie Flo Joe says, at Mechanic Eric America actually make my name Vortex. At Partibonza says, hey morning.
Morning.
At Frankie Flo Joe says, at Partibonza good morning. At Nightbot says, hit the like, subscribe, hit that bell, share and donate to the channel if you're enjoying the content. Thank you. At Frankie Flo Joe says, at Mechanic Eric America make my name whatever you want, I'll let you choose. Peppermint says, I mean handle am not awake at my today handle is which.
Hello, we back. We back in the truck.
Peppermint says, me and Eric changed it to Peppermint.
Yep. Okay, let's put the backup camera away for a minute. Backup camera's away, put my gloves away, and turn on that camera. Clip my microphone.
At Frankie Flo Joe says, at Mechanic Eric America make my name whatever you want it to be, I'll let you choose.
Well, Frankie Flojo sounds fine. I mean, I do it usually on whatever you want it to be. Oh, okay. Oh.
I'll let you change my name to whatever you want, Eric.
Okay. I'm perfectly happy with your name the way it is.
At Frankie Flo Joe says, well, you get the honor.
Okay, well, I will try to think of something. Right now, I got nothing.
It's too long for me.
It's too long for you? Let's see. There we go. That's 2 words.
Peppermint says, Flo Joe. Frankie says, no Clara.
I kept it simple.
What did he pick?
I picked Frankie.
At Silver Fox M2S says, "Hi Eric, didn't know you were streaming again, haven't seen ya since the convoy."
Yeah, 10-4. Yeah, no, I've been streaming for about a month and a half. Ended up having to spend almost $3,000 in hardware to be able to stream because I'm always in the middle of frickin' nowhere. But,
Peppermint says,
no.
"Just Frankie."
Yep. But no, I've been back streaming about a month and a half now. Welcome in. Like I said, it's going to be nice to see people I haven't seen in a while.
Frankie says, "At Clara Bailey, can I call you Peppermint instead of Clara?"
Yeah. I really don't want to run over the new asphalt.
Frankie is perfect.
Perfect. Works for me. Yeah, that'll probably work. We'll just load up here. I don't want to drive on the new asphalt. I really don't.
Choctaw County says, "How are you all feeling, Eric?"
Feeling pretty good. I'm actually kind of excited that some of the people from the convoy era might start popping in, because normally we're always streaming during normal people's work hours. So a lot of people haven't seen me streaming, as Silver Fox had mentioned. So I'm actually kind of excited about the fact that some of my old viewers might actually check in and be like, "Hey, Mechanic Eric's streaming. See all the cool things we can do in the truck, all the cool camera stuff. Bring back some old times. Yakety yakety, you know." Actually kind of excited. Set up our other camera angle so you guys can kind of see what's going on. I don't know why that camera's a little wavery, but
Imam, make a sound and send it to ya on Messenger.
cool beans. Okay, I just saw it. Can't listen to it right now. Well, I can mute. Let me mute and I'll listen to the sound that you sent me. Okay, I'm gonna mute for a second and listen. Need to have it a little. Watch where you're driving, mate. That's kind of a cool one. It's a little quiet. I need it a little louder. Can you get the original MP3 file and actually send me the file instead of like recording it with your phone? But yeah, that one's kind of cool. I could see that one being useful. Watch where you're driving, mate. It isn't as big of a pile as I thought it was. They were talking like 2 or like 4 loads. I don't think that's going to be 4 loads. Yeah, because you can share files too, I believe. I know you can
Frankie
share
says,
pictures.
I got you, I'll make it RQ.
Let me see. Yeah, share a file. So you can actually share the actual WAV file or MP3.
Peppermint says, get out my way, you may.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess the skid steer operators, one of his buddies possibly wants a load of this, so we might be taking some of this over there. It looks like we got another audio file. Let me look.
Frankie says, resent it as MP3.
No, it still came as a audio file. There's a little plus sign that says send that you can click, and then it has an option to send share a file. That would send the actual file. Unless that's just the way Messenger sends them. But yeah, I got no way to download them this way. Because it's not showing up as a file. It's just showing up as a voice message. I don't know if I have any MP3s downloaded. Yeah, I don't think I have any on my phone. Trying to see if I can find one so I can show you what it would look like if it got sent.
Frankie says, do you have an email?
Yes. Mechanic Eric People's Convoy at gmail.com. See, that's what it would look like. I just sent you a random MP3. But that's what it would look like if you sent an
He'll
MP3.
send it there.
Okay. Sure I can. There you go. That's the email. Good morning, everybody. 4 people on Rumble, 15 people on YouTube. That's weird.
Peppermint says, morning.
Morning. How was your night? Gotcha, Frankie.
Frankie says, I sent it to your email.
Yeah. Bouncy, bouncy. This is where having a deep reduction would be nice in this truck. It doesn't have one.
Peppermint says, did fall asleep early. I'm used to going at night. It was boring. LOL.
Gotcha. Well, at least you were in a safe spot. You know that other spot was kind of eh.
Frankie says, how do you even add the sounds, Eric? How does that work?
I'll explain as soon as I get back in the truck. I gotta talk to the operator real quick. Be right back. Yeah, it's too much dirt. He didn't want it. Okay. You just gotta hear him send. That's what I was gonna ask you. Yeah. What part of a drive is it? 20 minutes? If not a little bit more, yeah. 20 minutes each way, probably. Can you message me? Like 10 minutes before you get here? I'm gonna be by Luigi's, my boss there. I got Terry and Yingy doing some landscaping there. Alright, I'll let you go over there and see me for a little bit. So I'll be like,
Peppermint says, yes, it's nice here and good.
I'm on my way back. Okay, we are loaded. Let's get this camera off of here. Get our spare camera off. And that. Okay. Let's go.
Let's go.
Run gear. Let's go. I forgot to put my microphone back on.
Peppermint says, let's go.
Let's go. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say that.
Frankie says, so how does adding sounds work?
Alright, so I've got an Elgato Stream Deck. Alright. So first I have to have a MP3 file or a WAV file. And I go into the software for the Elgato Stream Deck, and I make a custom button on the actual Stream Deck, and then I tell it to play, whenever I press that button, play that audio file. So I would have to get onto the computer, I'd have to download the MP3 to that, go into the software, set up the button, and then I have to set up like the picture icon so that the button has a picture that I can recognize. And that's it. That's really all there is to it. So it's not something I'm going to be able to like sit here and add right now. And the way that you're sending me the audio files aren't actual MP3s. They're just sound clips that are coming across. Or at least that's not how they're coming out to me. They're not coming out as like an MP3 to me. So I'll have to rip it and make it into an MP3 somehow. and then I'll be able to add it to the Stream Deck. So nothing I'm going to be able to do right now while I'm in the truck. It's a little more complicated than that. That was kind of a cute car, black car with hot pink accents. That was kind of different.
Frankie says, since you have no God, please no, do you like the show The Office?
Because I have no God. What do you mean? I don't know what you mean by that. I've heard about The Office, but I haven't really watched it that often. So I can't really say I like it or I don't like it.
Peppermint says, are you seeing pink LOL?
Yeah, it was on that car. Hey Alex, I couldn't remember if we said today or if we said tomorrow. Okay, I was just double checking. I happen to have to work today, so I'm up here in Manitowoc in the truck, and I brought all the stuff, and I was like, oh, okay. Well, I'll call and just verify. No big deal. I was just double checking. I mean, when are you planning on being in there? Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I can make that work. Sure. I mean, it really shouldn't take too long. I've got to mount the laptop mount to the actual arm, which is just some bolts and nuts and washers and whatever. And then I've got to put the arm on the floor, figure out exactly where on the floor I want to drill 4 holes through the floor, run a couple, drop a couple bolts, put some nuts on the bottom side with some washers, and you know, it really shouldn't take more than, I would think, an hour. But you know, yeah. All right, cool beans. I will see you tomorrow then. All right, cool beans, Alex. All right, bye-bye. Okay, so we are not installing the laptop mount today. I couldn't remember if it was today or tomorrow that we were supposed to do it. But it is what it is. And, yeah, so that kind of sucks. Would have been nice if I could have done it today. Let's see. Hey, Jim. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the chat. Always good to see you. Always good to see you. We're kind of going a little bit the long way, I guess. I don't know. There's 2 ways I can get over to where we got to go. This way seems to have a little bit better cell service, so we shouldn't glitch out too much.
Stream Element says, thanks for subscribing, Conspiracy Kitty.
Well, thank you for subscribing, Conspiracy Kitty. Welcome to the channel, welcome to the chat. So hopefully the stream stays nice and stable, but we are on the edge of what I call the Bermuda Triangle of cell service. Even though I have 3 cellular connections all bonded together, when I go into that zone, we have problems. Not so much as if I only had 1 cell connection, but with 3 it at least stays up. It just gets a little glitchy. But we're gonna kind of scoot around it, and we'll be right on the outer edge border of it. So hopefully the stream stays really nice and the video stays clear and everybody's happy. Happy. We like happy. That's what we like. So we're just running over here to Evanston Sand and Gravel, which is not that far of a drive. We should be there in the next 6 minutes or so, roughly. And we're just going to dump this off, and we're going to go back and get another load.
Peppermint says, I'm just here today so you my entertainment.
Gotcha, I know. Yeah, because you got that reset where you're just sitting around doing nothing till Monday. Monday. On our left is Spancrete. They make a lot of the bridge crossings, the actual supports for bridges. There's 2 of them on a trailer right now, off to our left.
Yes.
So if you drive over a bridge anywhere near Wisconsin, this is probably where it was made.
Frankie says, what happened to your mirror?
The other driver that was driving this truck temporarily thought that it was going to fall out for some reason and decided to put duct tape on it. I never had a problem with it, so I don't know, and I just haven't bothered to pull the duct tape off. So honestly, nothing that I'm aware of actually happened to it. I guess it shook too much for him. But whatever. I do want to change it because you can see that it's getting a little worn out. There's a lot of black in it, so the actual reflective material on the back side of the glass is wearing out. It's just I don't use those mirrors. I use my big mirrors. So they just don't really bother me. But yeah. No, the other dump truck driver that we have working for us
says, a nice morning ride, pretty.
Yeah. The other dump truck driver, his way of fixing things is super glue and duct tape. So he decided duct tape was the way to fix that. If there was really a problem with it, I would have just replaced it. I wouldn't have duct taped it, but whatever. That's the difference between me and him. I fix it right, he puts duct tape on it. We are not the same. Oh. Horses. Horsies. Big horsies. Them are some big horses. Alright, so we are starting to enter the Bermuda Triangle of cell service. So if the picture gets a little glitchy or whatever, we'll just have to bear with it. Not much I can do about it. But the stream will not go down. And even if the screen goes black, we will be back. This stream does not drop for anybody.
Frankie says, Windows screensaver.
Yeah. This is the view that other streamers cannot bring you, because they cannot stream in areas like this. They can stream off the freeway, or on the freeway.
Peppermint says, I never even paid attention to it. The mirror I never noticed, probably because I'm looking at you.
Yeah. Wisconsin is a very beautiful state. It's even more beautiful when it hits fall and all these trees change different colors, oranges and yellows, and it gets very pretty out here. But it's nice when it's green.
Frankie says, are you allowed to honk?
I can. I wouldn't do it like right here by houses, but I can honk my horn. I do it for kids when they do the, you gotta do it. I'm sorry, a kid starts pumping his arm, you gotta blow the air horn. Just a rite of passage.
Peppermint says, yes, the back roads are nice to see. It is beautiful.
Yeah. Okay, this is where we're going to be dumping today. You can see it off to our right. Just gotta wait for this dump truck to come out so I can go in. Maybe he's waiting for me. Good, he's waiting for me. Yeah.
Frankie says, let me know when you can honk.
I will let you know. We're just waiting for my lift axle to come up. It's a little slow. It takes a minute.
Says, okay, I got coffee. I'm slow today. I sit outside at this table they have out.
Cool beans. Come on, Axel. Come on up. I just want to back up. I want to back up. I want to dump. Let's go. I do not like leaning over this far. I do not like this. They need to grade this better. I do not like dumping in a way that I'm leaning. We're gonna dump over here. Screw it. Because the number one reason that dump trucks sit here and tip over when they're dumping is because they started dumping when they were leaning. It's like, why? Why would you do that? Why would you lift your box up when you're leaning over to the side? That's a no-no. Especially with sticky dirt. You don't want to, anything that's going to stick in the box, you really don't want to. Because then you got all that weight at the top of the box. Alright. Let's go!
Peppermint says, drink coffee and smoke cigarettes.
Okay, here I'm going to honk the horn. There you go. You got your horn honk. Let's see. Let me double check something here. Coworker wants to know how long it'll be till I'm back to the job site. Heading back now. I'll be back in about 15 minutes.
Peppermint says, let's go.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Let's go. I really need to come up with a better version of that. Because that one's just kind of, I don't know. He doesn't sound excited enough. It's like, let's go. It's like, no. It's let's go. Not let's go.
Peppermint says, wake up driver and go.
Yeah. I'm awake. I swear, I'm awake. I'm here. I'm here. I'm awake. This ain't one of them fancy dangle little trucks where I could just like nod off and it's got lane assist and it would just kind of keep me in my lane. You know. And
Frankie says, in back I had to grab SMTH.
I honked the horn. You missed it. Alright, here we go. One more time just for shits and giggles. This looks good. There you go, there's the horn.
Says, you can't park there.
You can't park there. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good sound clip. You can't park there. I've seen a few accidents where I say that to myself. Hey, dude, you can't park there. Well, that was like last night that whoever that person was parked the wrong way on a one-way street. It's like, yeah, you're blocking a driveway. 2, you're facing the wrong direction. It's like, hey, you can't park there. Well, it looks like we made it.
Sad Marco 2X says, a Salanu lacking brother, can you define what a nonce is?
I have no idea what you're talking about. So, no, I can't define it. I don't even have a clue what the heck that statement meant. But welcome to the channel. Welcome to the chat. I don't know if TTS screwed that up or what, but yeah, I have no clue what you're saying.
Peppermint says, yes, I see it all the time. Frankie says, have you honked or did I not miss it?
I've honked twice now, and you were back in the stream. So,
Adsat Marco 2X says, are you a nonce?
unfortunately, I don't know the definition of that word. I've never heard it before, so I cannot answer that question. I don't know what a nonce is.
Peppermint says, Frankie, he already did it 2 times.
Yep.
Frankie says, oh, I missed it, womp womp.
Wah wah. Wah wah. I think I got that sound. There we go. We'll go with this one.
Emotional damage.
Peppermint says, ha.
Yeah. Well, it looks like we went in and out of the Bermuda Triangle, or at least the border of it, unscathed. Yay! That's always nice. I did my little sneaky behind the back roadway over there, and it worked out. So excellent. I didn't see the stream glitch or cut out or do anything, so that is excellent news. I will take it. Nice old Chevy, not even rusty. Ah, here's another one. Look at that car. Yeah, no idea. No idea. But yeah, we speak English in this chat. Unfortunately, all messages.
Peppermint says, "Move it. I can think of some, but can't make them."
Yeah. Unfortunately, all messages that are not in English, we do not know what they're saying, so they do unfortunately get deleted. So that's just the way. That is the way the cookie crumbles.
Nice old car.
Yep. So, unfortunately, that message has to go bye-bye. Because we don't know if it's going to flag the channel. Sorry about that. We love to have you here.
Marco 2X says, "You not speak Arabic?"
No, I do not. I barely speak Spanish. I do have some friends that do come in that actually are from India.
Choctaw County says, "Where now?"
We are going back to the job site to grab another load. It's going to be a short day, a short day. They told me it was going to be like 4 or 5 loads, and I think it's going to be maybe 3. So, but yeah, no, we got quite a few people that do speak Arabic. They're not here currently, otherwise they would have told me that message.
Says, "Infidel."
Infidel. Okay. Gotcha.
Peppermint says, "We are English speaking."
Yep. Gotcha. I will show that. I don't know why it didn't. You're in Dubai. Gotcha. Cool beans. Well, welcome in from Dubai. I hear that city is beautiful. I'd love to come visit someday. I am actually planning on doing some traveling probably this winter. I've always wanted to go to Australia, England. Dubai is definitely on the list. It is a very beautiful, beautiful city. Lots of cool stuff. They've got high performance police cars. Teslas, Porsches, Lamborghinis as police cars. It's crazy.
Peppermint says, "We are USA."
Yeah. Oh, I think he figured that out. But yeah, welcome in. It's great to see other people. Yeah.
Frankie says, "You should visit Nova Scotia, Canada. It's a beautiful province, sir. Trust me."
Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that too. I'm not 100% sure with how the whole border thing's going right now, if I can just come across with my driver's license or if I have to get a passport. I've never had a passport yet. I mean, living in the United States, I mean, people from England and stuff always wonder why Americans don't have passports, but I mean, the United States is as big as the entire EU, you know, I mean, you know, we don't, you know, we've got plenty of places to explore right here, you know, so, but I need to get on that. I definitely want to get a passport. There's a few places out of this country I'd like to go to.
Sad Marco 2X says, I am Rich Shade. 4 wives I have and many sports cars.
Cool beans. I wish I was. I'm middle class. I'm not poor, but I'm not rich. My stuff's all paid off, but I do not have nice sports cars. I've got a monster truck though. Do you have a monster truck? You could probably buy a monster truck, but
Peppermint says,
do you have one?
Need passport now.
Yeah. Gotcha. Well, thanks for clearing that up there, Peppermint. I appreciate it. Yeah, I wasn't 100% sure how Canada's rules are now. Used to be you could just go over there with a driver's license.
Need passport now.
Yep, so I'll have to get a passport.
You have a monster truck.
Yes, yes I do. I have a monster truck. At least what we call a monster truck. I mean, it's not, it's more like what the original monster trucks looked like before they became...
Sad Marco 2X says, my people own your country as your politicians sell you out to us. We own everything in America. Nissan Patrol monster truck I own.
Yeah. No, you're probably right. I can't disagree with you. Yeah, this government is, the country has been selling itself out. Not so much the politicians,
says,
but...
Hit the like, subscribe, hit that bell, share and donate to the channel if you're enjoying the content. Thank you.
But the special interest groups and the super PACs have been selling off this country to everybody else for years. So you are not telling me anything I don't already know. I know that this country is being sold off to the highest bidder. Hence why we've got all these weird chemicals in our food.
You're welcome. Yes, it all changed. My trailer can go over border, but I can.
Oh, that's crazy.
Sad Marco 2X says, if I pay a senator a few $1 million, he will pass new laws to appease me.
Yep. Unfortunately, that is the way it is. I truly think that they need to get money out of politics. You know, make it so that way people can't buy our senators, but
yes,
yep,
indeed.
Unfortunately, that is what it is. Yeah, once we're getting loaded, we're almost back to the job site. I'll transfer a picture of my monster truck over to this phone so I can display it on the stream, just like I can do this. You know, I can pull that up. I'll sit here and I'll set it up so that you guys can see my monster truck. But as I was saying, it's more like the original monster trucks, you know, the ones before, you know, Monster Truck Jam, you know, it's not like the ones you see on TV. I ain't got that kind of money. But she a big truck with big tires. And she goes through a lot of shit.
Stream Element says, thanks for subscribing, Chloe.
Thank you, Chloe. Appreciate the subscription. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the chat. I'm glad you're enjoying what you're seeing.
Peppermint says, yes, I want to see it, the monster truck, LOL.
Yep, I've shown it on stream. I've actually drove out to it. One day, I've got to do a little bit of work on it. It needs some maintenance. If I keep running it the way it is, I'm going to break it. So I need to set aside some time to do some maintenance on it. But it's parked out at my garage, and I've been out there. Guys, people have seen it. It's been on stream. I've fired it up. You know, it's real. It's not fake. So, yeah. All right, let me get into this, back into this spot, and I will transfer over the photo, and I'll put it up on stream for all to see. I might even put up a video. I won't be able to add any sound, but I'll be able to put up a video, which is kind of sad because the sound is really what makes that thing pop, but it's a limitation. All right, let's make this happen. We'll get this other camera going for you guys, because you know you guys like. Oh, we don't need the backup camera. Why the hell am I doing that? I was going to put the backup camera up. We don't need that camera. We just need this camera.
Peppermint says, I'm trying to talk so you know what I'm saying, LOL funny.
Yeah. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? All right. There's our other camera view, and yeah, let me send a couple of these photos over. Collections, favorites. Where's my monster truck? We could do, I don't know if that's a good video, but we will do this one. We'll do share. Do airdrop.
Peppermint says, it is loud cool.
Yeah. Oh, wrong phone. Damn it. This one. We're going to decline it on that one.
LOL.
Decline on that one. This one's not set up for airdrop. Really? Let me see. Hold on. Really? No. That's weird. There it is. That'll work. There we go. Send that. Oh, damn it. I got to do a code for this. This sucks. 17. I got to add this one. I got to add this one to my account, so this will be easier. Not that I'll be sending a lot of stuff, but it'll be easier to do. There we go. So that, and then let's see, we'll do, we wanted to do a video too, probably. I will do this picture. We'll share this one. AirDrop. Is it this one? Yeah, there we go. Accept. And then let's see, we'll do this one. Share, AirDrop. Come on. There we go. Accept. Okay. Yeah, we'll just do these three. Just do these three. That'll make it simpler. All right. I got to pull this app back up. Then we've got to go into. We're on the 11 Pro at the moment, so I guess I got to go into 11 Pro. We got to go to add a widget. No. Got to go here. Scenes. Create a widget. There we go. Type. Photo. Photo. Where is it? Image. There we go. We'll just call it photo. There we go. Enter. Next. Select image. And we need. We'll do this one. There we go. And we'll click it. And, oh, did I accidentally? Did I not save it? Oh, I didn't save it. Damn it. Photo. Photo. I hit the X instead of hitting the save. It figures. Next. Next. Select image. Monster truck. Next. We can put it on all of them. Screw it. Bing, 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 bing. Create. There it is. Got to go over here. Got to go to photo. Got to stretch it out. So there's the monster truck. Let me change the photo. We'll go to a different photo of it. It is not that simple. Photo. Let's change the photo. We'll go to this one. There's another photo of it, and then we'll do another photo.
Frankie says, "Oh damn."
Yeah. So that is that's the monster truck, and like I said, it's not like your Monster Jam monster truck, but it is a monster truck. At least around here it is. So,
Wow.
So there you go. That's my Dad Be My monster truck. We'll turn that off. And yeah, we're gonna be done in 2 freaking loads. What the hell? This is crazy. They made it sound like this was gonna be a half-a-day project. This is crazy. Crazy. Oh, why is TikTok offline? Oh, Twitch never came up. Well, what the hell? Damn Twitch. That explains why Fry's not here. He listens on Twitch. Welcome in, Twitch, for not starting for whatever reason.
Peace Love Sunshine says, did you come up to the mud bog?
No, I didn't have time to do the maintenance I need to do on my truck. But thank you for sending that.
Frankie says, OBV not street legal.
Well, catch 22. Yeah, but it's registered. So, I guess it all depends on how much a cop looks at it. Technically, it's got
Peace
plates.
Love Sunshine says, oh, you are working.
Yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, technically it's got plates. The municipality where I park it was complaining that it wasn't registered, and it was a non-registered vehicle on my property. So they forced me to register it.
That would be so much fun to ride in. Nice, love it, fun.
Yeah, Fry, I missed that Twitch didn't connect. I just happened to notice that it said it wasn't connected. And our day is almost over. We had a really, really short day. We just had to move this pile, and they told me
yes,
it was.
I was on Twitch.
They told me it was gonna be 4 or 5 loads, and this is like 2. So I have no idea.
At Peace Love Sunshine says, I'm gonna get you up here for one of them.
Yeah. Yeah, my Twitch alarm clock didn't go off either, so I don't know what to tell you. Let's see, I've got a mudding Jeep too. I really like this Jeep.
Frankie says, will you stream with the truck LOL?
I would like to. That I've been telling people I was going to do that for a long time now. I haven't had a chance to, but I have told people I was going to do it.
Fry says, my Twitch alarm clock never went off LOL.
Yeah.
James Bond says, good morning Eric and at Fry TV.
Yeah. Here's my mudding Jeep. Let's see. We'll airdrop it. Yeah, show you my mudding Jeep.
Fry says, hey at Chris Ayers 007.
Hey Chris, welcome to the channel, welcome to the chat. He hasn't been here for a while.
James Bond says, cheers Fry, hope your day is good so far.
Yeah, this will show you what it used to look like originally and what I modified it to be.
At Frankie Flo Joe at Clara Bailey at Peace Love Sunshine, hello to all, welcome in.
Welcome. Alright, let's change these, we'll change the photo. So that's the monster truck again. We will go to...
At Peace Love Sunshine says, I will let you know when I find the next one.
Gotcha. So that's what my mudding Jeep looked like stock. And that's what it looked like after I did my modifications.
James Bond says, 007 LOL.
Yep. So yeah, we got the mudding Jeep too. Let's see, we got another, where's the trailer?
Frankie says, at Chris Ayers 007 hello MR Bond.
Let's see, we'll do this one.
Peppermint says, good morning Chris.
Yeah. So then we've got, and we'll go back to the photo real quick. And then this is the way.
Peace Love Sunshine says, I want to go muddling.
And that's the way I tow it all around. So right there. And then you see my red truck and my camper and all that fun stuff. So there you go.
Peppermint says, good morning Fry.
Good morning, Fry. Welcome in. So that's how I get it all there. That's a full-size 3500 Dodge Ram, so for size comparison.
Fry says, I have a monster truck.
Actually, it was just the, you say it's rotten. It was just the,
Clara Bailey.
It was just those lower kick panels. The entire underbody actually had rust proofing. It was just those kick panels that rotted. The actual body itself is actually in really good shape.
James Bond says, cheers Frankie and Clara, good to see you.
But being that it's a mudding Jeep now, it doesn't really overly matter. But yeah, those lower kick panels had a little bit of rot. But the rest of it was solid.
Says, good morning everyone out there.
So, yep, that one section had a little bit of rot.
James Bond says, that Jeep was rotten LOL.
Yeah. I will sit here and tell you though that Jeep is a lot more fun to drive than the monster truck, because at least with the Jeep there's a question whether or not you're going to get stuck. You know, it takes a little bit more driving skill.
That would fail an MOT test here, Eric, as they would hit it with the hammer to test the sills. That's how strict the test is every year in UK, so I usually scrap a car and buy another LOL.
Yeah, but I could just replace the sills. The rest, like I said, the rest of it's in great shape. It's actually still got working air conditioning.
Peppermint says, they are cool fun, I need to ride in one fun.
Yep. Now you got to help put the work in to get them ready. I just have not had the time. They're low priority. I have not had the time to do the maintenance.
Cool at Fry TV, I have a monster truck. It's 1/50th scale LOL.
Yeah. I got some of those too.
Peppermint says, are they hard to drive fun?
The Jeep can be challenging. You really gotta work the steering wheel and know what you're doing. The monster truck, it pretty much goes through anything. So it's got really good power steering. It's actually really simple to drive.
James Bond says, yeah, but for us here welding is very expensive. Usually just cheaper to buy another old banger car. I pay 500 British pounds each time as modern cars are unreliable. Old Japanese cars seem to be best.
Gotcha.
Fry says, LOL at Chris Ayers 007. My truck only has 38 upper swampers on it, not as cool as Eric's.
Yeah, mine's got a 44-inch bogus. They a beast.
Peppermint says, I help you fix it, LOL.
Cool beans. You want to load that up? All right, cool beans. Take care. Okay, that's it.
At Peace Love Sunshine says, question, if the Jeep is working, why didn't you bring the Jeep up?
The Jeep's not working. The Jeep needs some love too. They both need love. I played with them really hard, and I didn't maintain them the way I should have. I just didn't have time.
Frankie says, what's your dream car? Mine is a 2019 Mercedes E53 Wagon AMG in diamond white.
I don't know. I don't know what my dream car is. I've got a lot of cars I'd like to get, but yeah, I don't have a specific dream car.
Strausen says, my viewers stream will come.
Gotcha. Fry. Lock up that bot.
Fry says, Eric has better big boy toys at Chris Ayers 007.
Yeah. No, the Jeep needs a little love too.
Peppermint says, go through anything fun.
Yeah. Yeah, personally, I guess I wouldn't mind.
James Bond says, that's a shame, Fry.
I wouldn't
Let's
mind.
go.
I wouldn't mind getting a brand new Corvette, like the really hopped up convertible version. The reason
Peppermint says, I don't know what all that means. I give them love.
Yeah. It means I gotta work on them. I gotta do maintenance. I gotta fix and repair, do maintenance on them, give them love.
Frankie says, you didn't play Let's Go.
I did now. So, yeah. So, yeah, no, there's just, the Jeep, I need to take the
Choctaw County says, last trip?
Last trip, yep, that's it. They said it was going to be like 4 or 5. It was only 2. The Jeep, I need to take the front differential apart and check it because it doesn't seem like it's locking the way it's supposed to. I've got to change a CV axle, and I have to add an electric fan because the mechanical fan has failed. So it was overheating last time I ran it. So it needs some love. The big monster truck, I need to replace some seals in it, in the axle, because the mud got into the seals and pretty much destroyed them. So it leaks axle fluid all over the place every time I fill it up. And that's all it really needs. It just really needs the, I need
James
to change.
Bond says, I would buy a Lancia Delta S4. It was an 800 brake horsepower rally car in the 1980s, turbocharged and supercharged. Anti-laxo instant power. It would do 0 to 60 miles per hour in 2 seconds.
Yeah. I told you I need to do some work on the Jeep too there, Peace, Love, Sunshine. That's all you missed.
At Peace Love Sunshine says, I was feeding the birds. Did I miss the answer?
Yep. I just needed to, I needed to do some work on the Jeep too. It needs me to take apart that front differential and check a few things and put an electric fan in, because it was overheating the last time.
Okay, I blocked and reported.
Cool beans. Cool beans.
Peppermint says, you do work and I clean make sheen.
Yeah. I just need somebody to help hold a wrench, you know? I've got, there's some bolts I need to get to where I can't be on both sides of the truck.
Frankie says, the monster truck needs TLC in the Jeep.
Yeah. Yeah, they both need a little love, and they're just low on the priority list. I've got so many other things in my wheelhouse I gotta get done. Like, I gotta do some foundation repair on my house.
At Peace Love Sunshine says, overheating is not good.
No, not good at all. Well, what was happening is the mechanical fan, when I'd go through the water would hit it and it would try to work like a boat propeller, and it broke the mechanical fan. So I need to upgrade to an electric fan, because if it hits the water, it'll just
At Nightwood says,
shut off.
hit the like, subscribe, hit that bell, share and donate to the channel if you're enjoying the content. Thank you.
Also, when I hit the water with the mechanical fan, if it was deep enough, it would actually suck power away from the engine, because it was trying to turn the fan through the mud and through the water, and that didn't work well. So, yeah, they're low priority right now.
Peppermint says, I can hold tools.
Yep. That's what I need. Just somebody to hold a wrench.
Fry says, I know someone that wants to hold the wrench for you, Eric.
Yeah, I if she ever made it up here, I might let her hold more than a wrench.
LOL at Clara Bailey. James Bond says, gonna be 98 degrees on Tuesday here, so I need to go buy an air conditioner. 100 British pounds gone.
Holy crap, I thought you guys couldn't run air conditioners. Thought the electric bill was too high.
At Frankie Flo Joe Cool. Choctaw County says, you can fully sleep in your Honda Insight.
No, I can't. The seats don't fold flat. There's no way I could. I'd have to sit up and sleep. That'd suck.
Frankie says, At Chris Ayers 007, but I have a 2017 Honda Ridgeline Black Edition and it's my baby.
Yeah. Yeah, never mud your dailies. Always just mud your toys. Because if they break, it's not the end of the world. Too many kids bring out their daily driver truck and then they break something and their whole world falls apart.
LOL.
Their whole world falls apart. Because then they're like, well, how am I going to get to work? You know, blah, blah, blah. Well, you should have thought about that before mudding the only vehicle you own. My shit breaks, I just put it on the trailer and I deal with it another day.
James Bond says, at Frankie Flojo nice and yeah Eric, we can buy aircon units but it's usually not worth it as the weather is not usually hot in UK.
Gotcha. Comprende. Comprende.
At Glenn 6003 says, I'm back for a few minutes.
Yeah. We're not going to be streaming that much longer. Maybe another hour, possibly. Today was even a shorter day than I expected.
Frankie says, you should get one since you said you would like on Eric.
I should get one what? What should I get? Oh, the Corvette? It's a little out of my price range yet. I don't know if I can afford a really nice Corvette. I could probably do it. I don't know. There's other things I'd like to buy. I'd like to buy a really nice shop. Something I could park all my stuff at and in. Set up my own little repair facility in it. I'm looking for land that I could build a really nice shop on.
Frankie says, Honda Ridgeline.
Oh, Honda Ridgeline, gotcha. Yeah. Again, that's more of a want than a need. I don't need a Honda Ridgeline. I've got three pickup trucks. I've got a Jeep.
Says, at Glenn 6003 okay.
I've got 3 pickup trucks. I've got a Jeep. I've got multiple cars. I've got, 6 motorcycles. Got a 4-wheeler. I don't really need a Ridgeline.
6003 says, I'm only working 2 more hours myself.
Gotcha. No, I feel ya. Yeah, it'll be kind of interesting to see how this stream goes. I'll have to look at the analytics. I've noticed a lot of people popping in, popping out, so I don't know if a lot of the people that are normally working when I normally stream during the week are seeing my channel and then realizing I'm not really doing political content and just sitting here saying, yep, we're out of here. We'll have to check that out, but it's been nice seeing a couple people from the convoy era pop in and say hi. Hopefully more do before we end the stream. Oh, here we go. Velders, Wisconsin, 963 people.
6003 says, hey Chris.
Yeah, Chris, it was like 963 people here in Velders, Wisconsin. Perfect sized town for you. Just the way you like it. Downshift. close to Manitowoc, so you're near a big city.
At Peace Love Sunshine says, damn it, I thought I was gonna be able to hang out. Looks like it's going to be a busy Saturday morning.
Oh, that sucks.
Frankie says, can you honk since I missed it or no?
Let me get out of this residential area.
Peppermint says, you call me then so I'm not alone, lol. James Bond says, Act Clint 6003, cheers, good to see you, sir. And yeah, Eric, if I could live off the land, I would live on top of a mountain, lol.
Yeah.
Choctaw County says, looks like your town doesn't get out much on Saturday.
Yeah, well, this isn't my town, but yeah.
At Peace Love Sunshine says, have a great day, travel safe.
Take care, peace, love, sunshine. Great to see you. Thanks for coming in. Always a pleasure.
At Clint 6003 says, Chris, Bruce and I were just talking about doing that ourselves. James Bond says, good idea at Clint 6003.
I will hit that air horn real quick. Let's roll down the window so you get a good sound of it. Let's go. There you go. There you go. It's as loud
Frankie
as it
says,
is.
is the horn loud?
Well, you tell me. I just played it.
Peppermint says, I need to get land house up there. The land 1 acre be bid.
Yeah. That's the problem I have, is that I just want to build a shop. I don't want to build a house. I'm not really looking for... I mean, it'd be nice to be able to build
James
a house
Bond
later
says,
on.
Beep beep LOL.
Yeah. It'd be nice to be able to build a house later on, but for the moment, I just want to be able to build my shop. That's what I'm looking for.
Frankie says, thank God I wasn't connected to my BT speaker or I may have died.
Yeah. Still crooked on this one. I don't like being crooked.
Peppermint says, yes, you a shop first.
All right, let me double check that everything's cleaned out real quick. Cool beans. I'm glad you
Frankie
enjoy it.
says, I love doing slots.
Put my Mikey phone on. Mikey phone. Let's go.
Let's go.
Frankie says, what other sounders have I not heard?
I can just go through the list. I can play them all real quick. There's not that many of them. You might have heard them, you might not have. We'll just, we'll bang through the list real quick. Give me a second.
FBI, open up!
A few moments later.
Huh?
You are an idiot!
Emotional damage.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 Why so serious?
Peppermint says, it doesn't seem real how green it is into use to desert pretty up there in thinking.
Are you
Yep.
going on about?
What?
And
Let's
this is the
go.
last one. That is all the sound effects that I currently have. But I got plenty of room for more. Just got to find them, find good ideas for them.
Frankie says, you are an idiot is my fave LOL.
Yeah.
Peppermint says, they are fun.
Yeah, they are. I just, I want a couple more cool ones. Just like I said, the problem is I can't normally just download. I got to be really careful on which ones I download because some of them are patented or copyrighted or whatever.
Frankie says, too fun.
Yeah. I enjoy them. I gotta get some more. I gotta get some more cool ones. But it's challenging, like I said. Especially when I find a cool one that I like and I can't play it because it strikes my channel. That's why I'm happy I was able to fix the James Bond one and fix the Vincent Price laugh.
Peppermint says, what do you do, Frankie? Do you work? Frankie says, at Clara Bailey. I am unemployed. It's hard to find a job these days.
Oh, that sucks.
I love you are an idiot. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah. Yes, sirree, Bobby. So we gotta hook up to the trailer and drive home. Yay! Fast day. And I get paid for a full day. How do you like that? So I get paid for an 8-hour shift, even though we've only been streaming, what, 2.5? Probably be 3.5 by the time I get home. Gotta love that. I truly love my job. I really do. I might have sounded a little negative when I said that, but no, I truly love my job. It can be trying at times. There's a few times where I go, you know, this hair didn't go gray on its own. No, I did. But just laughing. Just thought it was funny.
Frankie says, can you play You Are an Idiot one last time?
You are an idiot!
James Bond says, excellent.
Yep. Well, it wasn't, okay.
Peppermint says, it was fast.
Yeah. I mean, technically I shifted a little bit. We had those long days. We had a couple of days where I worked like 11 hours and whatever. And normally the boss would give me a little extra cash for those days. But I knew...
Frankie says, yes, excellent.
I knew today was going to be kind of a faster day. I didn't expect it to be this fast. So I kind of rolled those hours that he normally would have paid me in today to today. So technically, you know, we put in probably an 8-hour day. You know, so it's not like, because I didn't get paid for those long days. So it's a wash. You know, I'm getting paid for a full day, even though I only worked
Peppermint says,
3.5 hours. Even though I worked only 3.5 hours, but we worked longer days during the week that normally I would have gotten extra pay for. So it all works. I'm good with it. See this building coming up on our right, right here, where you're going to see all the dump trucks. That's all I want. I just want a building like that. You know, right here on the right. I don't know if you guys can see that. This is all I want. Nothing too huge. Just big enough with some land I can store some of my stuff.
Peppermint says, yes, it's nice, get paid nice.
Yeah. Just a nice little shop like that.
Frankie says, that idea of emoji slots is genius, Eric.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. It helps the channel as much as you guys play, because every single one of those shows up as chat engagement. So the more you play, the more you win, the more you lose, whatever the case may be, the higher it pushes the logarithm. So play to your heart's content. What the fuck? I could have been around you already, dude. I would have already been past you by the time you made the turn. That was a dickhead move.
At Nightwood says, hit the like, subscribe, hit that bell, share and donate to the channel if you're enjoying the content, thank you.
Yes, my AI overlord. Yep, needs to be big enough for all my toys and my hobbies.
Peppermint says, like a warehouse, it needs to be big enough for all your toys.
Yep.
Frankie says, or you're an idiot move.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have been around him and past him before he got to the intersection. So him purposely cutting me off like that was just stupid. It was 100% stupid on his behalf.
Frankie says, this is an awesome stream always.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Definitely got to get more chatters in the chat, talking, bringing up topics, asking
Peppermint
questions.
says, move over, hammer down.
Yeah. That way we can have more conversations. Won't be so much dead air, you know, just have more conversations going. But we'll get there. We're getting more subs left and right. You know, we'll get more people that want to ask questions and want to talk about topics, and we'll get there. Eventually, it'll get to the point where, I'm going to have to just have memberships on TTS, because it'll get rolling so fast that we won't be able to keep up with every single person talking. So,
Mike Genesis 2010 says, hi.
Hi, Mike. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the chat. So, yeah. It'll be nice. It will be nice.
Frankie says, at Mike Genesis 2010, what's up?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
At Mike Genesis 2010 says, hi Frankie.
Well, they're having some fun. He's showing off for his girly friend.
Peppermint says, hello Mike. At Mike Genesis 2010 says, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for being here. Alright. I gotta get out and hook up the trailer real quick.
Hi Clara.
There we go.
Frankie says, I invited Mike here.
Cool beans. Hey Mike, welcome. I gotta go and hook up the trailer real quick. I'll be right back.
James Bond says, welcome to the channel at Mike Genesis 2010. At Mike Genesis 2010 says, hi Chris. Frankie did send me here. James Bond says, cheers Mike, thanks for dropping by. Mike Genesis 2010 says, "You're welcome, Chris." James Bond says, @Mike Genesis 2010 cheers mate. @Mike Genesis 2010 says, "I don't have a drink but cheers."
Okay, there we go. We got the trailer connected. Time to go, go, go. Hot chocolate. Ooh. Yeah, I wish. I wish I could do hot chocolate.
Choctaw County says, hot chocolate.
Yeah. My diet won't let me do hot chocolate. It'd be nice.
Frankie says, @Mike Genesis 2010 type slots. James Bond says, @Mike Genesis 2010 thanks.
Let's go.
Peppermint says, let go.
Let's go. I will play the sound that you like the most. And don't take offense to this, Mike.
James
it's just
Bond
the one they
says,
like.
@Choctaw County 8362. Good to see you again.
Yeah.
I forgot to say hello.
Yeah. Mike, I'm just playing this one because they like it. It doesn't pertain to you or anybody else, but they seem to like this noise.
@Mike Genesis 2010 says, it says I don't have enough points to play.
Oh yeah, because you haven't been in the chat long enough. The longer you view, the more points you get. You just arrived. You don't have enough points. But
Frankie says, play a sounder for Mike, he's new.
Yep, I just did. Like I said, don't get offended. We didn't mean it towards you. It's the sound effect that they seem to like the best.
Peppermint says, yes, I love chocolate.
Yeah. My girlish figure doesn't. I love chocolate too, but not if I want to be thin.
Genesis 2010 says, okay.
Okay.
Emotional damage.
Frankie says, IGTG sorry. Choctaw County says, the longer you chat, the more points you get.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, the system doesn't understand if you're just a lurker because it doesn't actually know you're here. So Yeah, you got to chat. That way it knows you're here. Then it gives you free points.
At Mike Genesis 2010 says, okay. Peppermint says, lies, I try watching it too. Frankie says, CMR Eric, be safe.
Okay.
Peppermint says, yes, I have to talk with Eric.
All right.
James Bond says, see you soon, Frankie.
See you soon, Frankie.
Peppermint says, it makes my day.
Go beans.
Peppermint says, in and truck with you we going.
Yeah, but the question is if you were actually in the truck, would you be on camera? Because you know this is a mobile studio. If I have a guest host in the seat, they got to be on camera. You can't just not be on camera. You'd have to get over being shy.
Choctaw County says, live stream has been live, Chris, Eric, and all.
Yeah. That was the word, live. Yeah, we had to put a Y instead of an I. Because otherwise it would say live instead of live. That was the word. I couldn't remember what the word was the other day. I knew there was one word we had to screw around with the spelling to get it to pronounce it right. There it is. It's live. L-Y-V-E. To get it to say live instead of live.
Peppermint says, I can.
You can. Cool.
James Bond says, cheers at Choctaw Countiwick 8362.
See, whenever you say cheers, to me that always sounds like you're saying goodbye. You know, like, all right, bye. You know, cheers. Like, but you say it even when people aren't leaving. It always throws me for a loop. Unless Choctaw said he was leaving, and that's what it actually meant this time. It's a British thing. It always throws me off guard. It's funny.
Peppermint says, I'm already getting shy, but you be there, I be okay.
Cool beans. We'll have you sit there in a nice little string bikini, you know, looking all pretty. That'll get the viewers in.
Peppermint says, I never been live LOL yet.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, once you get over and you stop thinking about the fact that, you know, thousands and thousands of people could be watching you, it's not a big deal anymore. It's just kind of like, you know, the people that are here that are watching you want to watch you, you know? So it is what it is. They don't care what you're doing.
Peppermint says, LOL on thousands of people.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going through that Bermuda Triangle of cell service because we had to go around the scale. So if the stream glitches a little bit, we will be right back. Don't go anywhere. They must have gotten that motorcycle fixed here at Hoban Brothers, where they do shit repairs. They're literally right next to a motorcycle shop. I'd laugh if they just picked that bike up and it broke down that close. Which would not surprise me. Because everybody I know that's gone there for bike repair, their bikes have been fucked up. Hence why I do my own motorcycle repair.
Peppermint says, I think we look good together.
We'll have to see. Oh, that place I was thinking about is Courtside, where all the nomads park for the winter near Arizona. It's called, I think it's Courtside, Arizona, or I'm not sure what state it's in, but it's called Courtside. Or Quartzside, I don't know. You being in that neck of the woods, you probably know where I'm talking about. then my body wised up and I became a brunette. So nope, I am not blonde. I am gray. I'm just gray now.
Choctaw County says, Quartzsite, Arizona.
Yep. Yeah, I was thinking about going out there this year. I keep on talking about going out there. All depends on how much money I save over the season.
Knightwood says, hit the like, subscribe, hit that bell, share and donate to the channel if you're enjoying the content. Thank you.
Yes, my AI overlord. We must do what the AI tells us. Don't forget to hit that like, share, subscribe. Tap the screen. Give it a few loves.
Peppermint says, I will have to look it up. Is it on 10?
I am not sure where it is. But yeah, every single year, a lot of the nomads, to get away from winter, will go to Quartzsite, and that's where they camp. It's literally in the middle of the desert. You get windstorms and dust storms, and I don't know, I just kind of want to experience it. I've got a few friends from the convoy that go there every year. Wouldn't mind seeing them.
James Bond says, just to confuse Eric. Cheers.
Yeah.
Choctaw County says, Sasnak.
Yeah, Sasnak. I don't know if he still goes out there, but yeah. Wendy, there's a few other people.
Peppermint says, I don't see it. I will look up better later on GPS.
Gotcha. Comprende. This is not Sheboygan. It's lying to you. This is Howard's Grove.
At Lane Rodriguez F1L says, are you going to dump out?
We already did. We're done for the day. We're actually headed home. It was just a quick little day. Actually, we're making a little detour just for the fun of it, just because I want to. But yeah, we're actually on our way home. Our day is done. We're done dumping. We got the trailer hooked up and the skid steer hooked up, and we're just we're making a little stop just for the fun of it. I don't know if any of you guys recognize that. Might look familiar from a picture the other day or just earlier today, but that looks like a monster truck to me. Oh, my lawnmower's cutting the grass. Yay. That'll be fun. My little robot lawnmower is cutting the lawn. There we go. Let's go live. See, there it is. There's my little lawnmower.
James Bond says, at Lane Rodriguez F1L hello.
Look at how good of a job it does, too. It's just whipping along, just cutting the lawn.
Choctaw County says, you headed to lunch.
No, I'm headed home. I just wanted to kind of check on my property and see how the lawnmower was doing, see if it was doing its job, and obviously it's out here cutting the grass. So it's doing a great job.
I need to get my truck straightened up. I can't even find a pen. OMG, I just throw all my paperwork in a pile when I'm driving.
Yeah. There it is, just doing its thing. It looks like it's having difficulties right there. I don't know why. Now it's just backing up. That's
Fry
weird.
says, cool.
That's weird. It's just driving along. Okay, whatever. There it goes. That is weird that it's doing that. But it's doing its job.
James
I don't
Bond
care.
says, cool way to go, robot lawnmower.
Yeah, oh, here she comes. Yeah, it's not liking that little corner. It never bitches at me, so I don't know. It doesn't sit here and say it's not working, so. But yeah, there must be something about that corner it doesn't like. It still gets the job done, so I don't care. There it goes.
Peppermint says, yes, the monster truck. Yes, I see the lawnmower he working.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing. He's getting stuck right there. That's kind of weird. It'll figure it out eventually, I guess, because it's never thrown me an error. But yeah, it's kind of weird that it just keeps stopping right there. It's like, why are you stopping? Just drive forward. You're good. All right. Are we coming back this way now? What are you doing? What are you doing? I don't care. I don't have to come out here and cut the
Peppermint
grass
says,
myself.
that is really neat. Good job it's doing.
Yeah, I don't know why it's doing these weird patterns. It's really weird, but okay. Yeah, my grass is shorter than the neighbors.
Lane Rodriguez F1L says, is that your lawnmower?
Yeah, that's my lawnmower. I don't know why it's doing all this weird stuff right at that corner, but it'll eventually figure it out, I guess. There it goes. Now it's still doing weird shit. I don't know why it's doing that. I'm just kind of curious to see what it's doing. I have no idea why it's having so many troubles with that section, but there it goes. So it finally figured it out. I don't know what about that little corner there got it all upset, but it's off cutting the grass.
Lane Rodriguez F1L says, oh really, so you are at home?
No, this is my shop. So we got my Jeep hiding in the back over there, then we got the monster truck. Then we got the camper that goes in my truck. You guys have seen that before. Let's see. We'll pull up just a little bit. Come on, let's go. Then we got my other pickup truck. The other pickup truck, it needs some love. And my nice big backyard I can't do shit with. But yeah, that lawnmower does a really nice job. I haven't come out here and cut this. I cut it once at the beginning of the year.
Fry says, could be all the Wi-Fi from your truck making it glitch.
Haha, baby. You know, so yeah, that's my other property. All right, now we're headed home. I just wanted to check on everything,
Peppermint
make sure it
says,
was working.
he getting stuck on something. There must be something there he wants to cut.
Yeah, something. It's all good. It's all good. See, that poor kid, look at that poor kid having to push that mower. I don't push mowers. I let my robot do it. Oh, now it says Howard's Grove. It figured it out. Good job. Good job figuring out where we are.
Lane Rodriguez F1L says, does he work by itself?
Yep. 2 times a week, it just goes out there and cuts the grass every Saturday and every Wednesday. And it does a checkered pattern. So one day it cuts this way. Next day it cuts that way. So yeah, it changes up the pattern. So instead of just cutting straight lines all the time, it crisscrosses. It was pretty much on our way home, so I just figured I'd stop by. Best investment I ever made. So far. I think it does an excellent job.
Divergent says, howdy.
Howdy, Divergent. Welcome to the channel, welcome to the chat. You missed my robot lawnmower. Go back about 5 minutes. That's an interesting little, looks like a Mini Cooper convertible. I wonder if that must be the Roadster model, because the top looks funny. Let's see. Yeah, it's a Cooper.
Choctaw County says, good job, Rich Clit. Peppermint says, I love working in the yard. Flower and plantain, you can only grow so much in Arizona.
Yeah, you can grow anything here in Wisconsin, for the most part. Because we don't live in a desert near hell.
Divergent says, did you try one out?
Did I try one of what out?
I was sleepy, I slept in today.
Yeah.
Peppermint says, yes, nice. Choctaw County says, how much did it cost, Erica? Name and brand?
It's a Works Vision Pro or Vision RTX Vision or something like that. It cost a pretty penny. It was not cheap, but when you factor in what a lawn service would charge you, or even
James Bond says, at Divergent Allegiant, hello, good to see you again.
or even if you hired a kid and you had to have them cut your grass twice a week or once every 2 weeks, it would cost a lot more than that. It was about $2,000. But it has its own cellular connection, so I don't have to have Wi-Fi out there. I just needed Wi-Fi to set it up. Once it was set up, it has its own cellular internet connection, which is free, and it just does its thing. I don't have to think about it. I don't have to babysit it. Maybe once.
Peppermint says, you let me know if you come down, I take off work.
Yeah. Maybe once every, couple of months, I got to change out the mower blades, which are little razor blades, literally, which takes all like 5 minutes to change.
Divergent says, at Chris Ayers 007, same here.
But yeah, I don't have to worry about cutting the grass. I don't have to think about it. It just does it. Keeps the city happy. I don't have to drive out here. Plus, I'm allergic to freshly cut grass. It's one of my
The
allergies.
robot lawnmower.
Yeah. So, yep. So I'm allergic to freshly cut grass, so it gives me respiratory problems.
James Bond says, cheers at Divergent Allegiant.
So unlike all you able-bodied people that can just get out and cut your own grass, it's not good for me. And it gets expensive paying somebody else that doesn't show up or doesn't do it or having to
Divergent
chase
says,
people
the
down.
damn delay.
Yep. Having to chase people down all the time to get it done. So I don't have to chase this thing down. It just does it. Oh, we got a Thunderbird. Convertible Thunderbird. I don't know if it's zoomed in enough you guys can see that. In front of the Mini Cooper.
At Lane Rodriguez F1L says, oh really, where does it say at?
It has a home charging port that's on the property, and it just goes to the port and charges. It's like a little doghouse. Just kind of parks itself in there. Everybody's in convertibles. Here's it.
Divergent says, I have too much lawn to worry about an electric lawnmower. I have someone do mine.
How many acres? How big is your lawn?
James Bond says, why not wear a mask? That's how I beat hay fever each year.
A mask I don't think would do it. I also get skin irritation, so just having the stuff kind of kick up.
Peppermint says, it dirt here, lots of dust.
But I mean, this works. I don't have to worry about getting a gas can. I don't have to worry about if the mower is going to start. It just does it all automatically. You know, you figure...
Lane Rodriguez F1L says, so does it come out every day?
No, I have it scheduled to just come out twice a week. It comes out on Wednesdays and it comes out on Saturdays, which is today. I could probably cut it back
James
to one
Bond
day.
says, I see the Thunderbird cool.
Yeah. I could probably cut it back to one day. Because it looks like it's doing a really good job. I think I might be overcutting it.
Divergent says, I have someone that likes their clients and is on time every time, and he's a pretty good friend.
Well, that's cool. What's he charge you to do it? I'm just curious.
James Bond says, ah okay Eric.
Yeah. I mean, you figure in the price of fuel and your time, it's your time. You know, what is my time worth? I don't have to go out and do it. I don't have to take an hour out of my day.
Divergent says, 2.5 acres.
That would do it. It wouldn't do it in one pass. You would have to set it up as multi-zone. So one day it would do 1 acre, then the next day it would do the other acre, and then the next day it would do the other half acre. But that thing could do it. It's got a limit of 1 acre, but you can set up multiple areas. So it would cut 1 acre area one day, and then the next acre the next day, and then whatever. So you'd have to cut probably 3 days. But it would get it done. And I mean, it comes down to also what what is your time worth? I have to drive from my house to that property. Then I have to make sure I've got fuel, and then I got to make sure that the lawnmower's running, you know, and working. And if it's not, then I got to screw with that, you know, and then I got to spend an hour cutting the grass. That's an hour of my life I don't get back. I don't have to do shit with that. It gives me 1 hour per week back in my life, if not more, because then there's the drive time.
$85.
So, you know, so that's like 2 hours of my life every single week, or every 2 weeks, whatever, that I don't have to screw around with it. You know, to me, it's worth it.
Peppermint says, I still have 26 hours to sitting.
Yep. I guess you just got to put up, you know, what's your time worth? $85 time to get it cut. I mean, add that up by a year. You know?
Divergent says, 2.5 acres.
Yep. You know, I mean, how much is that $85? That thing's going to run probably 5 years, no problems. You know, over a 5-year period at $85 every 2 weeks. You know, how much does that add up to, you know? And obviously we don't cut our grass in the winter, so it's like out of 7 months. So 14 times, most likely. What is 14 times 85? Yeah. So you're at $1,190 a year. That thing's paid off in less than 2 years. You know? And that thing will work for 5. So after 2 years, it's paid for itself, and then it's free. Then the next 3 years, you're getting free lawn service.
Peppermint says, that's nice to have that lawnmower. You have a big yard.
Yeah. Now it thinks we're in Kohler. We're near Kohler, but we're not in Kohler. I got to do something to get this GPS thing to work better.
Fry says, 1,190.
Yeah.
Divergent says, he also plows me in the winter, so.
Yeah, but then you're also paying for that too. And I mean, you've got a friendship, so I'm not saying for you, I'm just saying in general. I'm just saying a general situation for people. Is like, you know, how much is your time worth? You know, how much money are you paying somebody to do that stuff? In your case, you've got a good situation. But I'm saying to other people, I mean, you know,
Nightwood says, hit the like, subscribe, hit that bell, share and donate to the channel if you're enjoying the content. Thank you.
Yeah, and don't forget, if you guys double check that you guys didn't get delayed in the stream. Make sure that you're actually live, because some of you guys definitely seem like you're falling back in the stream a little bit.
1,190.
Yeah. Definitely seems like some of you guys have fallen back in the stream a little bit.
I was doing it to LOL.
Yeah.
Divergent says, to each his own.
Yeah, I'm not, like I said, I was just saying for my personal use case, I have to drive out there. I'd have to get basically in a, like a coverall and a face mask, and because I'm allergic to freshly cut grass. And I'd have to spend 2 hours of my time between driving there and driving home and actually cutting the grass, that it's not feasible for me to do it. And
James Bond says, tap that screen LOL.
to hire a service, it just doesn't pay for me, So for me, it made a better financial decision, Like I said, within 2 years of usage, it's paid off.
Peppermint says, I think I'm okay.
And anytime I get after those 2 years is just money in my pocket, that I didn't have to pay out to somebody else. I mean, I've got a kid that cuts my grass here at my house, and I'd say he's uber reliable. I mean, he's hitting me up every week. Hey, can I cut your grass? And I'm like, dude, it's only been a week. My grass doesn't even be cut yet. Somebody parked in my spot. That's okay. We'll just bring it up over here. It's all good. It's all good. They got a driveway. I don't know why they don't use it, but okay, whatever. Probably just didn't want me parking next to their house. It is what it is. I don't care. It's all good.
Divergent says, it takes him 30 minutes cause 2 of them cut me, so they are done quickly.
Gotcha. That's good. Get the trailer over just a little bit further.
James Bond says, well, I hope you enjoy your weekend, Eric. Get some rest, sir.
Yes, sir, Bobby. That should be good.
Adley.
Up. See you Monday. Yeah. Yep.
At Sweets Things says, hi honey, you're home.
Hi honey, you're home. Yeah. Shouldn't talk like that, Sweets. You're a married woman. You don't get to flirt with me.
Peppermint says, well, bummer, I talk to you later.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. We'll send you over here today. All right, everybody. You guys have a great night. Say hi.
Fry says, later all.
You say hi to everybody. Let them know where you came from and hit their like, hit my like.